But oh, there we go. Now it started. All right. So in the last one we did a lot of. Here, let me actually go back to that other map. For the last one we went around and did a large amount of postal service collection. We met a few weird characters. There was a fangirl. There was a duelist who actually was very much a coward and didn't like to do stuff and seemed very minimal conflict. And someone who, the party's favorite, spoke only in scent. And it was a very relaxing, smooth, and simple conversation. No irritation or frustration at all. And with all the packages collected, they meandered over to the northwestern side of Luxon and departed on their ship, which consisted of a total of 5 people, including the party. Bring our thing back over here. So I'm trying to figure out. Oh, that's not it. That's a different thing. I don't need that one. There we go. I deleted that anyway, because that was just there as a preset. Alright. So, I believe we are in the coast. It says it should take... If your destination... Are you guys trying to go to the 10 towns, or are you guys trying to go up more to the capital area?
So we're planning on stopping in Einmeister so that we can pick up our gold from Tilly and train ourselves to level 3.
Iron Master. Right.
Veo and I.
Okay. So let's do... So that would be on a sailing ship. It should take about 4 days plus 2, so 6 days, because they're going to at each of the ports here along the way. You know, let me just take a little screenshot for you guys. I'll put it in the overworld map section in Discord. There is the Luxon, and then there's the 2 red dots on the coastline that are going to add an extra day each. Two new players. Would you like for me to spontaneously spawn you into the world, or would you like to message me about how and where you would like for me to have you there? Because I know some of your characters may be from a specific location, so you would need to figure out either you need to figure out, or I can figure it out for you, how you ended up being in an area that they would also be at. So just think of that in the background while I am doing party stuff. And just send me a message on it. I have Discord open, but the notifications are off, so yeah, oops. Alright. So yeah, it would take, if we're going to stop that, then I can go here. It should be about that's weird. Oh, I'm incorrect. So it looks like the whole point was... I'm so confused how this system works for distancing. Okay, no, it is cumulative. Okay. Alright, good, 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 good. Okay, I was incorrect. I figured it out. Learning! Okay, so 2 days after you guys are on the ship for 2 days, uh, you guys will end up arriving at an area called Fire Shear. If you guys would like to hop off and explore, we can. Otherwise, we will um, time skip. They'll go out and deliver their packages and come back. Um, from what you can see, the from the coastline as you're arriving to the area, there is quite a bit of snow starting up at this point. Um, a lot of the buildings seem to be made out of rock and stone, and they kind of resemble like hobbit holes or igloos. Um, That seems to allow them to tolerate bitter winds and heavy snows on the coasts without the buildings themselves collapsing. If that's of interest to you, we can hop off. I have a city map that I can throw on there and we can do something, otherwise we can move forward.
I'm kind of anxious to get this training done. If the new characters aren't don't want to like come in here, then yeah, we can get off. But yeah, I think just delivering the packages is probably fine.
Okay, so time skip. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. If everyone
Fine with
is cool
me.
with it.
No, that's fine.
Alright, time skip it is. I am, for the sake of it, I'm going to... Do you guys remember? I know there was, in not my words, this was Sarah's words. We have Drow Mom, and what was the other one? The other one was I think like the Dragonborn, the smaller Dragonborn, was it right? The one carrying packages.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Those two individuals return. We're gonna just kind of, wow, here they are, so that way they can participate. Um, for they seem to be, obviously the Drow woman is not carrying anything. There is the Dragonborn is carrying the packages, and would what's your character's name? Brain.
Icarus.
Okay, how do you spell that?
Icarus.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to check. I see ARS. I'm gonna add that as your nickname in there in parentheses, like the other people, just so I
Yeah,
can
that's fine.
see it and just say Icarus instead of Brainwire.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um, would Icarus or Theo like to introduce their characters first?
I mean, I can.
Okay.
I'll go first. Okay. So, my name is Icarus Marblehorn.
Icarus Marblehorn.
Yes. I am a warlock. My race is.
I want to clarify, you can share just exactly whatever information you want to. You're not required to share more information than you want to. Maybe I wasn't necessarily clear. I was more doing like, what would the players see as you're approaching the ship?
Oh, okay. But a figure. Let's see. Hooded figure, dark hair. I'm a medium build.
Okay.
And yeah, that's about it. Obviously, I'm, wearing warm clothes because of the colder climate.
For sure, yes. Theo, why don't you go ahead and introduce your individual as well in a similar fashion?
You see a sort of tall humanoid, wearing warm warm furs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
First thing approaching the ship with like bit of a red nose from the cold.
Yeah.
All right.
I
These.
can
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm also gonna put a picture of him in the chat.
Perfect.
And it-
So, hello, other three here who are here. We have a couple more who have ended up desiring to aid us along the way today, since you guys were just kind of hanging out over here. To be fair, we didn't ask you to help at each of the ports, so that's kind of our fault. But um, these two have decided to aid and requested to accompany us. Any qualms or quandaries with this new development?
Well, what are your names, you two?
my name
See, I
is.
am.
No, you go
Sorry, go ahead.
first. And no, you go first.
I am Theodore Morningstar the Third, and that I will be the. I believe I will be the documenter on this journey.
And my name is Icarus Marblehorn. And I have not yet chosen a position yet. I think a
Your
cult.
character would have chosen a position already, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So you could just
Okay,
choose
so
to not share the information, but then your
okay.
that way in character your character knows, but you just haven't chosen as a player yet.
That sounds good. Thank you. Let's see.
There's always as a DM, there's always that. Hey, there's new people. How do I interact with them? And the beginning of a new session after a week of real life of reintroducing yourself, it takes a little bit of time for it to kind of start rolling again.
Should
Yeah.
the rest of us introduce what our characters look like since the newbies don't know what they look like?
That would be a wonderful addition. Yes.
That'd be great.
Yes. Yes, it definitely would.
Is Raja here?
Yes. Oh, Raja. By the way, in case you aren't aware, you're muted.
Oh, yeah. I was doing that
I was
while I was
like,
fixing
he
my
is
headphones.
abnormally quiet.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just stewing in the corner.
Oh, hey, good pun.
In both meanings. Yeah, in both meanings. Now, when Theodore comes up, I give him a nod, same to Icarus, and then I'll swing over and offer them some of my jerky.
You want to describe your character, what you look like?
Oh, okay. My character, he's a half orc without any pronounced tusks. And instead of being like the normally very muscular, like buff build. He seems to be more lithe. He's got like thin, wiry muscles. He's even in this cold weather, he's got his arms exposed so that you can see all the Polynesian style tattoos he has covering his body. He's got kind of long reddish black hair with tied into like a loose ponytail on the top. Yeah, and he's always sitting somewhere, cooking or messing with his new handy dandy Heward's handy sack of spices, trying to
Theodore,
see what he can make with it.
I think Theodore is gonna take a piece of jerky and just eat it.
Okay, how
Thank
does
you.
Theo handle spicy food?
Not well.
No one likes spicy food in this place. Oh, I'm so very sorry. I I I did this with the other two as well. Uh, it's a very much a flavor from where I come from. However, if you just tell me what type of foods you like, I can adapt it for when we cook together. However, Sarah gets first pick. Miss
Okay.
Tiefling over there.
Okay.
Did Icarus have some too?
Yes.
You like
And
spicy food?
Yeah, it's like very spicy. Like hotter than habanero is the idea.
That's like
oh no, no.
it's not spicy at all.
Yeah, like if you well, for some people it is. If you've ever had pickled vegetables, like Indian pickled vegetables, it's like that kind of spice, like lots of
Oh, he
herbs and
pickled it?
spice.
That makes it worse.
No. I'm talking about like the spice
Mm.
profile.
no. Just
Okay,
to know all around. I'll
yeah.
take the
So
regular though.
okay, and then I just hand him a biscuit that has like sugar and a smiley face on it.
Mm.
I will also take one of the regular ones.
Please tell me the
I'll
smiley
hand
face
you
has tux.
work snacks. No,
Yeah.
I'll hand one to Theodore as well and say, "Well, welcome aboard, welcome aboard. I'm sure you got the download from Tilly, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask myself, Dale, or Sarah about what the plan is, or Mr. Frostbeard as well. He can hopefully catch you up on what some of the plans are or what the situation is."
Yes, I understand where we're currently delivering packages.
Yeah, currently delivering packages, mostly because we got a good ride to go to 10 cities. Because we're gonna be starting over in Einmasta once we're done delivering everything.
Ah,
Oh, and I know you're sharing your positions in the company. I'm the Secretarian, and I flashed the badge. So if you kind of need to call back, feel free to come over. I just need usually it just needs me and one of the other two. I'm not the best with the magic kind, but I'm the secretarian because I'm the most personable with Tilly.
Shall I describe my character?
Go ahead.
Yes, go for it.
Okay, Veo is a moon elf. Tall, roughly 6 feet, long dark hair, a crescent moon jewelry adorning her forehead. She has a bit of muscle to her, but she's got like a sleek physique. You see her handle of a rapier over her back. She's just trying to be really friendly, as much as she's gotten on well with the other company members. She does have that little worry that maybe they're just being nice. Yeah, that's it.
And Sarah, who the orc referred to earlier, is like kind of an average height. tiefling, like skin that goes from like a yellowish orange at like center of body to like a really dusky red on her limbs, and like it's darker the longer down her limbs goes. Um, Horns, tail, because tiefling. Um, Perpetually messy, bedheaded, brown hair. Um, Currently wearing mostly clothing that doesn't look super great for the weather, and then like a super heavy winter coat open in the front on top of it. Um, Kind of a honestly like gear knock, more of like a light acrobatic build. Um, has
Your
some
muscles are
patch.
more defined, as we found out last session. With my
Technically, I have one more strength score than you do.
only one. Okay, my bad. I thought you were
Yeah,
10. Sorry.
no, I'm at a 9. Um, she's got some like what looks like burn scar, like tiny little burn scars, over her like lower arms and like a few other places, and like her clothes are singed in a few spots. Perpetually has a smell of like burnt hair around her and some kind of fire accelerant. Um, but yeah,
It is really nice to meet you all. I hope we can work well together. And he sort of like raises his biscuit, like as a sort of like a cheers thing, and eats it.
I mean, hey, if not, I'll always reassign you. So
And I hope that we also all get along as well.
what do you do?
Hmm.
Like in the company, and I guess just in general?
Yeah.
No, that was a question.
That was a question, not a statement.
Uh,
It was,
no,
what do you
yes.
do? And what do you do? No, yes. Okay.
um, well, let's see. What do I do? Um, I'm a traveler. I am a traveler, and I I like go from place to place and play some music. It's what has kept me kept me going.
Very
And
nice traveling with him.
yes.
Can I get a perception check from all of the individuals here? As
Okay.
the sailing ship has initiated its progress out, and after like a few hours, the event may or may not happen. We'll see.
That'd be a 10 for me.
16.
10, 16.
Um,
And
that would be a 18.
16, 18. So that was 16, 18. So that was Gear and Veil, right? 16,
Yep.
18. Okay. Um, Probably since you guys are on a sailing ship, you guys are probably pretty close to the shore, but not close enough to the point where like the big waves are hitting the beach. Uh, you're able to see over the ends of the lapping waves on the beach. There are a few a few dozen baby turtles struggling to make their way to the ocean from the beach.
Oh, Leo can. I'm trying to think of how. Because trying to use like shape water, but how would you do that to help them? Is the thing. Without like hurting them. on it. So you could just like just try and like soften the sand so it's easier for them to
So
move
at this
into the sea.
point,
Try
you'd
and
probably be like 80 feet away on a sailboat.
add in, yeah. That's fine.
Additionally,
That's our range.
overhead, you can see what looks to be. Let me check. Cool. There looks to be roughly 11 hawks overhead circling that seem to be interested in potentially dive bombing and consuming these few dozen baby turtles as they're making their way to the sea.
This is sort of Vea's whole thing, standing up for the little guy. So,
I see Vito stand up. I'd like to bare knuckle look at her and nature takes its natural course.
You're breaking
There's so
up
many
super
turtles.
bad.
Yeah, you're cutting out real bad.
Okay, I'm gonna switch my phones. I think my computer messed up on the update. 1 second. Yes, everyone's done for me.
All I heard was nature takes its natural course.
Yeah.
I believe
So-
so.
Yeah, that's what I said. It needs to take its natural course. There's so many turtles because the mama expects for the to be ones that don't make it.
I think turtles
just
really
because
meet
that's
their
how
mothers.
something.
What? What was that?
I heard two people talking at the same time.
I was just saying that I don't think turtles really meet their mothers in the ocean, so
No, that's
Sarah,
what.
I was gonna say, Sarah shows up like behind you all, having gotten coffee from fucking somewhere you don't know. Just like, why are y'all staring at a bunch of baby turtles that are about to die?
We should
one
be
of them will
doing
probably
something.
make it.
They're turtles, Veo.
Defenseless creatures. We have the ability to act.
Has anybody
So for the
taught you
turtles,
about what the life cycle is for like animals and things?
I don't think the life cycle intends for things to die as babies, Sarah.
Oh, it 100% intends for
Yeah,
stuff to die as babies.
some things
yeah,
just do die.
Miss Vale, the turtle. When looking at the turtle, if you use your magic to bring them to the water, it can affect how they know how to survive, thus ruining the life experience. And while it's a sad thing, what we can do is allow them to have their way. Or instead of interfering directly with the turtle, we interfere with the birds if you're concerned about the turtles' lives.
Theodore takes out a short bow.
Oh, do you? Great.
Yep, a ranged weapon.
Just don't interfere with the turtles directly. That's poor for the turtles.
Yep, no one
Okay.
cares about the bird. But
Veo is just like,
what if the birds are just trying to get food for their babies?
Well, then we can just eat the birds. I'm talking about for the long term. The turtles, like the ones that we do survive, they just become weak.
Veo, what do you suggest we do about the baby turtles that are across 80 feet of freezing water from us?
I have a bow. I was just going to shoot the birds, but that's fine.
So-
Bayo was just like completely and utterly like just so annoyed. Like this was like a pivotal thing for her. She was like, this is a main moral standpoint, and she's like, she's in a bit of disbelief at
You're
what
you're not really
these people
you're
are
really
saying.
not gonna like meerkats.
I mean, yeah, Theo's like a very sheltered character. I mean, you can tell just from how she looks that she grew up rich. Not really an interacting with the nature every day kind of person, but she just puts her weapon on her back and walks away, kind of sulks at the other end of the ship.
Yeah, I think that just Theo's just like, you're really not gonna like meerkats if this is how you react to baby turtle dying.
I'm just gonna look to Gearnock and kind of roll my eyes and be like, "Do you want to go cheer up the moody teenager?"
I think I'm the one that may have upset her. But
Exactly the reason you should go try to cheer her up with food. That's your whole shtick. Come on.
you make a fair point,
Facilitate
Smith.
her eating her feelings.
I see your point, Sarah. I do. Can you use some of your magic to warm up some tea? I'll give her some tea and sugar.
Yeah, bring me tea and I can warm it up.
I'll take some of my water skin and put it into my cooking supply cups. Take some tea leaves, get that ready, and then I'll be like, "Can you warm this up?"
Let's see what I have for that. Honestly, I can probably just create a flame in my hand to warm it up.
Yeah. I'll like put a pot over your hand of water.
She's just like holding a fucking pot of water in one hand, like a Bunsen burner.
Yeah. I'll warm that up, and then I'll let the tea steep while I think about let her like kind of get over her initial emotion is what Gear is thinking. Before uh sifting the tea leaves out and coming over to Vale. I am sorry about the situation that just occurred, but
Uh,
you should have something to drink. And I'll like lean the thing of tea over to her, and I'll be like, and if you want any sugar, I have the sugar.
They
Just looked over at the computer screen.
no, those turtles.
Hey, half of them lived. That's a pretty.
Some of them
yeah,
lived.
in one turn. Jesus.
To be fair, there's like I'm pretty sure like turtles like lay hundreds of eggs, so
Yeah. Well, think about it where I live. You're not allowed to interfere with turtles because any interference like messes with their natural like learning.
And I'm presuming none of you are doing anything, right?
No.
Cool.
No,
Unless
Theo's too busy sulking. Just like gives Gear an eyebrow raise and then just like looks into the middle distance, just sipping the tea.
No sugar? Okay. Well,
Why are we
I'm
always
always
following
here if
up
you
on the
need any.
turtle so much? Anyway, let's see here. So it was
And I won.
Icarus, and then what was your name?
Who's?
We got
The other one who's not Icarus?
Okay.
Theodore.
Theodore. Theodore, what do you do?
Are you asking? Well, if you're asking about my position in the company, then it's a document, sir.
Yeah, you said that already, but like,
Yep.
what do you?
Okay. I'm sneaky.
You're sneaky. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'm sneaky.
Yeah, the
I find out shit.
Gearnock, the orc one, he hits things. Veo is a fighter and also really good at sulking, apparently. Um,
See
I
that?
start fires, so that's the thing. I think Veo is our. I can't remember what her role is in the company, to be honest. But I'm the decisioner, so basically, I call for votes and decide, kind of like figure out what we're going to be doing when we have to make decisions. Hey Veo, what do you do again? What's your job?
Obviator, the planning one, all that stuff we
Oh,
haven't
good. At
needed
least
yet.
somebody has a
Just been
handle.
prancing around.
So you're like a mediator, basically.
Me?
Well, kind of. Sometimes you're a mediator.
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
her vote has more power if we get stuck in a gridlock on what we decide to do.
Okay,
Yeah, there's
good.
that too.
Bribe her. Got it.
I like how you're having a conversation and like 18 turtles just got killed. That's great. Love nature.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's totally fine. So
Wait, did you just say that's totally fine?
no,
No.
that was no. I wish.
no, no, Mr.
Ah.
DM. What I really felt uncomfortable about was the one turtle that kept moving with a bird following it. It was giving up a fight.
Yep. Oh, I played that into consideration while you guys were talking about your occupational career on a boat of safety in the middle of the water.
Well.
Yeah, what the fuck do you expect us to do? It's freezing. This is Sarah. This is Sarah. The whole
Yeah, I
time.
know.
Well, and
That was a good unexpected event that happened from a random encounter on a coastal with D100 thing.
Sarah's
Yeah.
just like, oh no. Anyway.
it's sad, but the natural course of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was freezing water. They were gonna die anyways.
True.
Also, I had eggs for breakfast, so.
Perfect. As it should be.
Where I'm from, turtle soup is a delicacy.
Well,
I'm
there's plenty
from
of.
orc is a delicacy.
There's some spare corpses on the beach if you want them.
No.
Okay.
This is a joke.
I
Extended
think
joke.
may have actually started slashing you if you jumped after the corpses, but not the alive turtles.
What, you mean Veo doesn't want to eat them?
No.
Well, at least those birds' babies probably ate well.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Just as the
So-
turtles will hunt their own once they're in the water.
I'm assuming, especially since knowing how species compete for resources.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Correct.
Yeah, some rabbits will eat their youngs just so that they can go on having having fun times.
That's
Rabbits are
adoption.
pets, though, aren't they? It's kind of morbid to let your pets eat each other. But when it's the wild nature, the rules of nature shouldn't be meddled by the rule of man.
Yeah. They have no morals.
I like this one.
Let me check the thing up here. Okay, yeah. So that was fire shear. Go away. Thank you. Okay. So you guys passed fire shear. That's where you guys were picked up. There's another day and a half goes by. I'm presuming during the nights everybody's sleeping, right?
Yes.
Is that actually the case? Is there anybody that's not asleep during the night?
During the night, I'd probably be like, if they're like you said, it's a small sailboat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I would just be tending to like any kind of little contained cooking fire. Because I know on a lot of boats they have like a stone section in the middle. I tend to that and kind of cook before I get my full night's rest, or I'd wake up early to do that,
Okay,
just
so
so
you would
breakfast is ready.
sleep, but just breakfast would be ready and prepared before then.
Yeah.
Before you go to sleep. Okay.
Let me roll. I'd put like different salts in there to kind of make it like a salty and savory breakfast.
Right. Let me
I'll be right
look
back.
at this thing. I think I have something here. Okay. I'm getting up my DM tool for you since you're using your tools. Cook supplies, right? Okay. All right. So what are you attempting to do in the night beforehand?
In the night beforehand or in the early morn, whichever you think would be more appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
My character would be up preparing, probably in the early morn. Uh, like 5 hours before Sarah wakes up, 2 hours before everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be preparing breakfast.
Okay. um. Let me see. You have proficiency in your cook supplies, correct?
Yes.
Cool. Um, are you trying to do a snack or like an everyday meal or something super special?
It would be like a good breakfast meal, mostly because I know Bayo's upset with me because 'cause I know she was reporting like how she cared about the folk that were in dire straits. So I was like, well, I'm not the best talker, and I just know that a warm food is the best way to reconcile, especially from my travels before joining the company.
Okay. Why don't you roll me a... I gotta check something.
If we have potatoes, I'd use potatoes instead of eggs, like kind of do like a different hash. So I don't think I have enough wisdom to know that giving eggs after not protecting baby turtles fresh from their eggs might be a little. Eh.
Okay, why don't you roll me a cook's supply check? So we'll do, I guess we can do survival for that. Your DC needs to be a 15. Well, actually, no, that's not
Well,
true.
that
Your DC needs to be a 20.
well, to be fair, I rolled a 24,
Great.
a
Um,
natural 20.
okay. Um,
It's
so you make enough for everybody on the crew, um, over the course of the time for breakfast. In the future... Oh, okay, hold on. Wait. Let me provide you this little document here. And you can use this for future information. I got gear knock. Okay. Message. This is a thing that everybody has access to. if you, this is specifically for your chosen tool proficiency.
Yeah, I think I read it before, but it hasn't really come up yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you notice, there are gold costs to them. So say you have, what you might do in the future is get 10 gold worth of potatoes, right? Because I think there's a potato hash brown dish available in there that provides actual stat bonuses.
Oh, they do stat bonuses.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the one there, I believe, the potato
Is
hash,
a 5 GP. Yeah,
gives an additional hit die during their next short rest.
I
Um,
see. Okay.
the hash does go cold and gains hit, and the number of hit dies gained is reduced by 1. So there's like stat and stuff like that. And this kind of stuff that you hear me talking to Gear about exists for all tools. So if you go to the home or the house rules, there's the second from the bottom, number 4, more involved tool usage. There's one for every tool proficiency you have. So say you wanted to do something with card game, I'm sure there's something in there. They have something for every tool and kit proficiency in there. Disguise kit, poisoner's kits, they basically improve on all tool usage.
Wow. I have
Cartography,
a lot of toolkit proficiencies.
yeah, but the
I
only
have brew.
requirement I'm going to make is if you use those, you actually on your character sheet need to have them marked as proficient in order to use any of those tool checks.
Yeah. I have proficiency in brewer supplies and cooking supplies. Okay. And then like next level, I get proficiency in medicine kit. Mercy monk. Okay.
Um, Theo, the new individual, is inviting Icarus and anyone else to play cards in the morning after or while Raja is cooking. While Gearnock, Raja is the player name, or am I
He
wrong?
had some divine inspiration for that natural 20. The wall of the fourth wall separates as I cook my signature potato hash.
Oh, you got a natural 20, so it was a natural 20 plus 4.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then we'll give the effect of even though it's not there, without you having to pay the cost for it.
Okay.
Let me pull up the card thing here. For the sake of it, by the way, we're gonna do this card thing, and then after that, we will be using the, we'll time skip again. I'm gonna check for an encounter roughly once every 12 hours on the trip to Iron Master, and then we'll land in that village this session. So I know it's going a little slow now, but we'll time skip it forward a bit for those who are interested in progression, quicker progression. Let me just go all the way down. I don't know if there is going to be a cards thing, but we'll check anyway. There surprisingly is not. Let me check gaming. Yeah, I don't think that, unfortunately. Oh, there's gambling. That's an option if you're talking about cards.
I'm back.
Hello, back.
Hello.
Anybody die while I was gone?
Nope. Okay,
We're
so
still on the boat.
here's gaming stuff. So let me send that to Theo, and they're going to be responsible for explaining whatever they want to do.
All right, if I remember correctly.
No, I sent you a message with a PDF that has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7 7 different betting options or games of chance.
We're not. I will say that we're not actually using real money, or not gambling, really. But
Well, now you have these as options. If you wanted to go gambling on a downtime, we have a game that we
yeah,
can play as a downtime instead of just roll deception and persuasion. Now there's like actual mechanics to it, so you can play the gamble
roll
game.
deception, persuasion, yeah,
Yeah, so there's more to it that way.
and perception.
Hmm.
So, or if you want to cheat, just sleight of hand.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So who wants to play cards?
I'm down.
Okay.
Great. Would anyone else like to join me? Join me and Icarus?
Go on. Yeah. They all join.
Veo, okay.
What's the buy-in?
You're cooking. Go away.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'm cooking, my bad.
You can watch. We're not gamble. We're not. This is not. We're not using
There's
money.
no finances involved.
Okay.
I have
My apologies.
watched a friend go down that road. He says, I watched a friend go down that road. I am not letting anyone else.
You should do it. End in poverty.
Alright. So this game is all about perception and perception and lies. As all card games are. Alright. And he shuffles the deck and deals and starts dealing.
Alright. Which game did you want to do? And I can, if you want, I can describe what people need to do to play the round.
I think blackjack.
Okay. You want me to explain it?
Yeah.
Great. I don't know what it is, so we'll figure it out. Alright. So, everybody needs to roll a d6 and a d4 in private. So if you have dice, just roll those and then keep them. D4, D6. Let me get my own out. Okay. So the house then does this as well, and then you can see. So that's your own information. So we'll actually do a initiative here. So let's remove those. We've got. We'll just say those 3, even though that's not people. We only got 3 people playing, so what is Veo's?
Initiative.
Yeah, just so that way we have a turn order.
15.
15. Alright, what is Theo's? Initiative?
12.
Okay. What is who's the last person? It was
Icarus.
Icarus, thank you. New name. What was Icarus's initiative?
Just tell me again, what is the
It's
initiative?
It's the section near a shield that's big in the center. It's you add your dexterity modifier to a d20 roll.
Okay. So would mine be a 14 because I had a dexterity of 13 and my initiative's 1?
Yes.
Okay. So 14 then.
Okay. So, the house will go last. That means that, Veo, you're going first. So let me pull up the little listing I have over here. Going clockwise, each participant can hit to receive. The goal is to hit 10 or be the closest to it. It's not 21.
Okay.
So, going clockwise, each participant can hit to receive an extra d4 that they can roll, keeping the result secret.
And I do say, while
Right.
they're not actually betting money, he does hand out little. He does make it clear that they're not actually betting anything. He does hand little chips of things to people.
You could also do like ration chips, so little nuts or something on the table. So go ahead and roll a d4 if you want to. You can hit or pass if you want to.
I'll stick. I'll
Okay.
stick. Yeah.
We've got Icarus. Are you hitting or staying?
I will stay.
Okay. What about Theo?
Uh, I think he will hit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your extra d4.
Okay.
Do you do that?
I did do that.
Okay. The house is gonna hit. Since the I believe Theo was the only other person to hit. Are you doing it again or are you saying?
Yep.
Theo.
Staying.
Saying? The house is hitting again. Okay.
Okay.
They're staying now. What was Veo's result?
10.
Perfect. What about, did anybody also get a 10? Wait,
Nah.
how did you get, oh yeah, it's a d6. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, hit blackjack.
Perfect.
Ooh.
You win. You win all the nuts.
I don't think anybody else, the house got a 9. Alright. So you guys continue to play games while Girnak is cooking. Just go doing multiple rounds of that over time, and eventually you guys end up at a small the morning afterwards, roughly a day and a half or so, I guess, because you guys may have started in the afternoon and then slept through, and then the day of the birds, and then sleep, and then here. Uh, there's a little small village that is beset by fog, cold, and relatively strong winds. By the way, the sailing ship does have like an interior section, so that can be like sealed off. So there's not a lot of space to sleep. It's a pretty small sailing ship, but there's an interior that's safe inside. Um, the village itself seems to have an abandoned lighthouse that sits on the northern end of its little harbor there. Um, the sailing ship will pull off the drow, and Dragonborn will hop off, and they said, "Alright, we'll see you in a bit." Presuming nobody wants to go, it's because we're time skipping. You guys spend the day hanging out, enjoying some food, just playing cards and games, or relaxing, or drawing, or reading a book, or however you want to spend that time. And they come back probably maybe only 2 hours later because there wasn't too many people here. It doesn't look like the village had more than a total of 200-ish people, so it was a pretty quick delivery trip. And with that, you guys begin the rest of your journey, and I'm going to pull up a little distance calculator to... Okay, so it's only a day and 19 hours left for the trip, so I'm gonna roll encounters here. Okay. So let's do... Alright. So as you guys are going through like half of a day passes, around the afternoon you start to see little ice cubes. And by little I mean probably a few dozen feet in like little chunks of glacier that have started to kind of dissipate out toward from the ocean. And it's getting to the point where, yes, it was already cold, but now you're getting to the point where there is this deep, immense chill that spreads over the sailing ship and the waters. I gotta do a thing here. We're gonna switch the environment to this, and we're gonna roll that. Oh, it said what it is. I don't want that. We're gonna do a different one. There you go. Can I get a perception / survival check from any individual who would like to participate in it?
16.
Great. Is it just that one individual who wished to participate?
No, I'm going to participate.
Okay.
Okay, so my perception's a 10, and my survival is let's see. One moment.
DM, did you hear mine of 22? Because you said there's only one person.
I did not hear your voice in there.
Yeah, sorry, it was 22.
Okay.
Yeah. Me at 22 as well.
Okay. None of you happen to see anything. It's just a great old time through the environment. As you can see in Roll20, I ended up doing a 24 for whatever it was.
So we're perception checks?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 people got a 22 and didn't see anything.
Ah.
It's going to be that guy flying through the sky, isn't it? And we're going to be annoyed we didn't see him earlier. So, no.
It's Sarah's fangirl was following him.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5. Great.
Sorry.
Alright, cool. So that encounter is passed. We'll pull up our little traveling map up here. I got to open up Iron Master and then Mm, when I open up Iron Master, it takes me to a workout facility website. So we're gonna add D&D map. All right. Close out unnecessary tabs here. Make it less of a nightmare for me. All right. After this amount of time, you finally arrived in Iron Master. It seems to be a sort of like isolated towered city built into rocky walls of a valley. Let me pull up a map I will make into Roll20 so we have like we did with Luvash or whatever that was. I'll just go back. Okay. What? Which one is this? I gotta check. Oh, that one. Okay, cool. That means I can find stuff inside of the book to make it super detailed. Okay. There's this option and that option. Let's open both of them. And does that have a map? Nope, of course not. How about this one? Okay. This one also does not have a map, and it seems to be the exact same information. Awesome. Let's go back to... Let's take like a few minute break here, because I gotta actually set up stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so in the Discord I will post the 2 images of what it looks like. Let me describe it audibly for those who are there. As you approach this kind of area where it should be, there is like the mountainside starts to kind of there's like a little bay area that leads to a very tight cliff valley that has small little waterfalls on each side. There seems to be carved into the stone images of prominent Dwarven figures. There is carved out of stone. There is a variety of like staircases, waterfall, and huge towering statues that arch both entrance that cover each side of the archway that leads into the city that you presume to be inside of this mountain valley.
I see.
You maneuver your little sailing ship through this very claustrophobic, narrow passageway that, as you turn, eventually leads open to the initial first view there. The second image is there's a bridge out of frame on the first image that leads over to what you presume to be probably the more privatized leadership environment, or noble, or something else.
Do we have what I say to Gearnock? I ask if he has any idea where Tilly might be, or where her money, she may have put the money.
I would have, right? She would have told me, or do we need to do a quick secretarian?
You could try the secretary and try to communicate with an Arcana check, I believe, of 15.
Yeah. Could I get a little bit of help here, Vale? I'm not the best with the magic
Yep.
kind.
Great. Advantage with your Arcana check, then.
25% chance to work, and I rolled a 14.
Total?
Yes.
You're still kind of new to this arcanic device and don't necessarily understand how it works completely. And Veo attempts to aid you in the process, but it's like helping an old person try to figure out a new Android phone.
Yeah. Ugh. I smack it. Like, God damn it.
It lights up a little bit and then it fades again.
I smack it. I try again.
Nothing happens this time.
Oh. Damn it. I rolled a 19. So
Oh,
18 total. Shit.
Oh, you rolled an 18 total. I thought you said it was 14.
No, for the new one. I started rolling. I was like, yeah, maybe try again. Nope.
Oh, 18? If it's an 18, then yeah, that would go through.
Okay. Hello. Tilly, you there?
What?
We just arrived in Einmaster, and we were wondering, where was it that the gold was dropped off at?
We placed it in a... We had one of the guards place it in a locked chest underneath the, like, slightly behind the base waterfall, outside of the facility.
Oh, I see. So, which facility?
The one with the big statues in front of its door.
Oh, I see. I see.
So if
I'll
you're
point to
looking
it
at
for
the roll of
Veo.
20, there's the little
Yep.
waterfall in the center there. It's behind that.
Yep. Thank you, Tilly. You're a dear.
No, I'm a halfling. What?
What?
And then it hangs up and it goes silent.
Okay. Well, Vale, I know where our money's at.
Thank goodness.
Okay. So it's you know that big stairway that leads to the entrance of Einmaster? You know that waterfall? It's in a locked chest there.
Locked. I mean, I'm gonna ask a stupid question, but locked by what? And openable by what? Obviously,
We'll
it should
find
be
out.
locked, but
As you
I
guys
guess we'll find out.
yeah.
As you guys are finishing your final journey through this narrow cliffside passage, you arrive at a variety of set-out docks at the base that are also made out of stone. They're just like pillars that go from the surface of the water down to the floor, made out of stone. And there's you dock your little sail ship, while you see like large Viking-ish wooden ships out on the surface. Not huge, not gigantic, but you park the little tiny sailboat, and you see that there are people who notice you that aren't really paying too much attention to you because they presume that they're safe, especially since you can't just get into the city for no reason. None of them are really like hostile or aggressive to you.
Cool.
The Dragonborn takes a couple packages. It won't be too long. I just believe I need to put these in the I need to put them outside. I can't go inside, so they will deliver them to their postmaster, who will then take their post to the people inside.
I see.
This is honestly the easiest one because we don't have to run around and find them. They have to do that for us. So
Okay. It makes sense. Makes sense, my friend.
all right.
Icarus, are you coming, or me and Gear just gonna get the money while you do something else?
No, I'm gonna be coming with you.
Okay.
All right. You guys
It's like,
disboard the ship, and I'm presuming you head towards the base of the waterfall.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do. This is your story too. I'm not gonna narrate the whole thing.
Yep. Walking. Now be like chatting. I'll try to chat with Icarus. So, you traveling too?
Yes.
Uh, uh, what brought you to the company? I personally joined it because I want to make a tavern someday, and it's good money, I'm told.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just wanted something that pays a little more.
Yeah, that's understandable. Actually, Vale, us two are joined the company because of the steady pay. You come from a rich house. Why did you decide to join the company?
I joined the company to impact the world. Do something, which not everyone agrees with. Especially not my sisters. I don't want to just sit at home and practice magic all day, like them. I think that we can do good, uh, even if the company isn't always a shining star.
That's fair. That's fair. And if we can do good and make money, yeah, we can all go to where we aim.
Indeed.
Yeah.
As you approach the base of this waterfall, you notice that there is a relatively torrential downpour from the aqueduct above you, roughly 30 or 40 feet up.
Stretch. So, they said it was behind the waterfall. I guess we start looking. A mighty old treasure hunt.
Yes.
Mhm. Um,
Okay. What do you want us to roll, boss man?
It depends on what actions you're doing to try to get behind the waterfall.
I'll get behind the waterfall. Or
Remember,
acrobatics.
okay. Keep in mind that what I'm talking about, there's like an even spread from one side of the area that prevents from it's a consistent steady flow from one side to the other side so that you will be getting water on you. There's no like avoiding it. And it looks like this is a very strong flow of a waterfall leading from the aqueduct.
Hmm. How far is the fall?
The water is coming from 30 feet above you, but it's just the amount of water that's coming out is makes it look like it's a very strong waterfall.
okay. Does it look like? Okay, so obviously, like the water's being funneled this way.
Correct.
Can I? Does Veo see anything that suggests it might be like controllable? Like it could be either like shut off from this area, or
can do
redirected?
either an investigation or investigation or survival.
Okay. An 8.
8? Nope. There's nothing
I'll
here.
take a look.
Okay.
It's all pretty smooth stone, from what you can tell.
Said it was behind the waterfall, yeah. So
Correct.
I'll see if there's like any like ways we can kind of spot where like a little alcove is or a way to slip by the water.
That's what I'm telling you. Okay, yeah, go for it. You get what I was trying to describe is, think of it as like there is not a way around unless you create a way around. You either go through
Okay.
this very strong downwards waterfall, or you
Okay.
create a way to get behind there,
Mm.
or just use brute force, however you want to do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the pictures, see if there's like anything. There's no rocks or anything.
No, this is actually all pretty smoothly carved stone here.
Deo, you got that magic thing where you can affect water. Maybe you can just put like a little sphere up so that it creates like a little entrance for us.
The problem is if I control some water, then the water from the top is just going to keep pouring down, right?
You
I
would
can only
would it
deduce
control
break?
that that would be the case, yes.
Yeah. My idea was to change the color of the water to see if that would like distress someone whose job it is to control the water or something. To like, yeah, so change the color of it
Okay, what
to
color are
like, I
you
don't know,
changing the
red,
water
I
to?
guess.
Red? Okay.
Blood red.
Oh,
Yeah.
blood red. Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check or stealth.
22.
Great. Cool. So as you're going through your process of using, I believe, what is it? Shape water?
Yeah, shape water.
You change the color at the base by holding what seems to be a continuous red dye by just doing the same spell over and over again until eventually the waterfall itself, you notice that it only lasts for like enough of a duration for it to change the color of the entire waterfall, but not the water below, where it leads out to the little tiny bay area where all the ships are docked.
Yeah.
But from what you can tell, they seem to be concerned. Let's do a. I want to do a d20 here. Let's add 3. Great. 17. Okay, so they're gonna see what's going on, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's not normal. Okay, we gotta go find somebody who can take care of this." And you can see that one of the guards notices, doesn't say anything, and dissipates relatively rushed up the sets of stairs. But there's no like lever that's pulled, no anything else that's stopped from it. The only thing you've done is drawn attention to yourselves here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna use like I'm gonna maybe push my hand against the waterfall to see if I kind of gauge if I can push myself through.
Sure. As you put your hand into the waterfall, your hand immediately feels like it's put onto the gravity of the sun or Jupiter, and it just gets shoved like 5 feet down in half a second.
Yeah, this isn't one that we can. Tilly. We'll have to talk to Tilly in the future
You
about what to do.
you
for
can
this.
you can tell that she found a safe spot for the money.
Yep, she definitely did.
Yeah, it looks to be very safe.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
can't even spend it. Mm.
Well, if you can't, other people probably can't either.
Yeah, there's. Thank you, Tilly. Uh, hmm. Did Veo share if she knows that the guards, like one of the guards, saw her?
What Veo saw was one of the guards leaving in a relative rush, but not that they were doing. It seems like the guard was more concerned with the color of the waterfall turning red than the people who were standing there watching it.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Veo was like
They have no clue it was
initially
Veo.
happy about getting the attention, but yeah, clearly they're disappointed when nothing actually happened.
After like 5-ish minutes of you guys trying to figure out what the path is and like coming up with thought processes and solutions, the guard comes down with somebody who appears to be dwarven but like a bit more medicinal, and they are concerned that the color of the water. I'm guessing you're still keeping this up for 5 minutes, or is it gone now?
Um,
Because you can dismiss it whenever
yeah,
you want to.
yeah, we'll say it. We'll say it. It's still going.
Okay.
She's just still holding out a bit of hope.
Yeah. Well, your stealth maintains, and they have no clue you're doing anything magic-wise to it.
Yeah.
Because it's more like, can you hide your hands and your speech patterns quietly enough? It's not your presence.
Yeah.
They look at this, and then they decide to go. Does anybody here speak Dwarvish?
Nope.
I don't.
No.
Neat. You guys have no clue what they're saying, and they will go back up the staircase after like a minute, 2 minutes, and yeah, they aren't coming back, from what you can tell. But they did leave. Can I get a perception? Or I guess let's change it. Let's do insight because they're close enough for you guys to read their facial expressions to see whether it's concern or dismissal or apathy.
That'd be a 18.
Okay. You can tell that
8. Sorry.
yeah, the eight is not beneficial.
Yep.
The 18, you gather that they're gonna try to find a solution that's not here. So you notice the sound of a large door opening twice. First when they were coming back down the staircase, and once when they, after a little while, once they've climbed the staircase and we're out of view again. They're trying to find a solution to the blood that's coming out of this waterfall.
Do you guys want to rush in and follow them? Try and catch up?
I don't think that's Well, Tilly did say that there was a god that put it. Maybe we can go up and ask, saying that there was a drop off for us. It might be a little bit simpler.
Might be a bit
Then,
suspicious now that I've been keeping this up.
That's fair. Mm.
Especially since once you stop, the color will go away too.
Yeah.
Hmm. Maybe we could explain that there was a prank against us, saying that we have to do a red sign, so that we can access our dropped money. Perhaps.
Yeah,
I don't know.
if you think you can get that past them, then I think it's a good
Oh,
plan.
I don't think I can. I'm just trying to think of ideas here.
Okay, I can do it.
Okay.
All right.
Unless Icarus, you feel better about lying? Think you're better?
No, I say go for it.
All right.
From what you can tell, there's still a guard that's guarding the left staircase up. It was the one on the right, but they're maintaining some form of something. And I'm gonna say they're far enough away that you guys are having a conversation with the volume of the waterfall. The guard can't hear you, so they're just seeing you kind of talk amongst yourselves, but they have no clue what you're saying. So there is a guard there if you wanted to try and attract somebody's attention. The remainder of the people in this area are maybe some dock guards guarding the ships of the people who are either dropping by or just making sure that their property doesn't get taken while they're inside the city. It seems this is more of a temporary entrance than a permanent one. This is like the visitors' parking spaces.
Right. Okay, I'll talk to the guard then and say that this was a. Sorry, sir. We just received a drop signal. The red. It was to signal us that our package was behind here. Would you happen to know of any way of getting behind the waterfall?
You can see that his face is one of confusion but resilience. You can roll an insight check if you want to.
Okay. 9.
9?
Yep.
Do you feel like he probably doesn't understand what you're saying? There seems to be some form of language barrier.
Yeah, I was going to
Where's
say,
Blackbeard?
doesn't speak common or Elvish.
He's just sitting in the ship taking a nap.
Mhm. Do we want to bother Frostbeard? Maybe he could help us talk to the locals here. Because we kind of need to access our funds for the trip.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that
can.
works.
Yeah, let's go bother Frostbeard.
Okay. Great. You guys go back and board your little sailing ship that's not too far away. And how are you guys waking this guy up? He is like you before you even board the ship and open the door, you can hear his snoring through the door that like the portcullis door.
Mm. Oh, he is passed out. Well, potatoes do make
Yeah.
it rest heavy on your stomach. He might be a little sleepy. But let's see.
What was that, Vale?
I was just saying, Gernok, I have an idea. Could you place something very aromatic around him? Maybe it'll. It sounds stupid now that I'm saying it, but in my head it was a good idea.
No, I think that this is a great idea.
I don't think
Put
smelling
something
salt
aromatic
is
and
a
hot.
spice.
No,
Near
but it's
him.
considered a mineral just like a variety of other spices. I'd say it can be in there. That's fine with me. You paid money for a magic item. I'm gonna say you can put smelling salts in there. I mean, it has charges. It's not like it's infinite. So,
I know.
yeah, sure. You can use aromatic smelling salts to startle this guy awake if you want to.
I don't know if I want to startle the man. I'm gonna go up and he's an outlandish type. I think even though he's snoring, maybe if you give him a slight touch on the shoulder, he could possibly wake up.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with. I'm not gonna give him the ammonia fix. We're not powerlifting.
Sure.
Hey, I just meant something, I didn't mean, chemically concerning, alright? But, go ahead.
I'm gonna slightly jostle his shoulder.
He rolled a 5 on his constitution. He's not aware of your existence. So with that piece of information, we've determined that Frostbeard is now a permanent heavy sleeper.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How do you survive out in the wild with bears? Let's see. Jostle a little harder.
Okay. You rolled a 2 this time instead of a 5.
Jesus Christ. The snores get louder. He's being rocked back into deeper sleep.
Roll me a strength save.
A strength save?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. That's a 2.
So there's a mixture of like Dwarvish and Common, as he's kind of talking in little words, but in his sleep, and he grabs your arm as you're talking to him, and like throws you over his entire body and rolls over and is now holding you like a stuffed animal.
Oh. Oh.
The words you pick up on are, well, this roughly translate to like,
I'm grappled.
you are currently grappled, yeah. It is.
Oh, you cut out for me.
Oh, I just didn't say it.
Okay.
I'm deliberating.
I'm like, yo.
He's like, tasty bear meat.
What?
Tasty bear meat.
Mm.
With a variety of other words and a mixture of Dwarvish and Common. So those are the common words you hear, but he also says some Dwarvish in there, sporadically spread between those words.
I'm gonna try to reach my pouch and pull out some smelling salts.
Sure. Go ahead and roll your strength check
My strength.
to break out of grapple. Yeah.
Okay, one sec.
You gotta beat a 12. He rolled with disadvantage because he's sleeping, and disadvantage was a 12.
It's a 2.
Good job. No, in fact, they fall underneath his little flabby belly. As your pouch falls underneath his belly fat.
Oh.
Oh, fuck. Can I ask?
We are so bad at
Oh, by the
everything.
way, the rest of your party is
It's-
watching this happen and not doing anything to help you, just so you're aware.
Yeah.
Just like
Okay.
home.
Oh.
Can I try
Alright,
to
I'm
act
gonna-
like wiggle myself out?
Sure, you can do another athletics or acrobatics if you want to.
You said strength last time, that's why it was so low. The shame here. That's a 16.
Oh, it's okay. He rolled a natural 1 this time with disadvantage.
And I will reach under his belly and grab my pouch.
He mutters under his breath in a mixture of Dwarvish and Common and tastes like chicken.
Okay, I'm gonna use Shape Water to cool down, like, to almost freezing, some water in my water skin, and then
Okay.
just, like, dribble a bit on him. Like, like a pour on him.
Oh boy. Okay, so for his con check to see if he determines or senses you, he rolled a 2 on the die and a 3 on the die. He seems to get a bit more comfortable realizing it's colder.
Yeah,
Okay.
surprised. I did think about that, but I thought boiling water was a bit too far. But
Yeah, that might push him over his boiling point.
I'm gonna get smelling salts out
Okay.
on charge. Get some smelling salts and kind of sprinkle it, not on him, but like kind of hold it by his nose.
Okay. Let me check something here. Yeah.
Big call for charge.
Oh, that's a stat that exists. Okay, cool. We'll use that then. Okay. Yeah, let's use that. You're right next to him, so let's do. No, I don't want to do that. Let's do this one. Nah, I'm right. Let's do the other one. There we go.
oh my god.
What?
Sorry, no, it's Discord. It's like refusing to leave full screen. I was trying to look at things, but it was in the way.
Okay. Let's open this one. Back to where it was. Do 19 hit you?
Yes.
Great. Instead of piercing, it's bludgeoning. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as he swings out of it and punches you.
Oh.
From complete startleization to now being completely awakened from a deep slumber that nobody had interrupted for the past 20 minutes.
Oh, sorry, Frostbeard. I'm trying to wake you up, and then you used me as an orky bear. What are you doing? Sorry for startling you.
He in response to that, he just like yawns and scratches the top of his head and his cheek.
I see. So, we're at Master. Pick up our gold. The gods understand us. They
Okay.
only what seems to be their common language. Could you help us talk to a few gods?
Sure. Sounds.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. Okay,
And
let's
next
go.
time we have chicken or bear, I'll cook you some chicken or bear.
Why?
Oh, just something you were saying when we walked in.
Oh. Okay. Sounds good. Let's go talk to the people.
Okay. We take our dwarf friend to a guard to ask if there's a way to get behind the waterfall because that's where our company left our money.
Okay. The Frostbeard man will go up to the other dwarf and like in Dwarvish have a conversation. You guys don't understand what they're saying at all. And they will Frostbeard will actually walk to the base of the waterfall, take a deep breath, and just jump through the center of it, and he's gonna roll his strength check to athletics to try to resist and push and use like jump high enough to go up, so that way when he's shoved back down, it'll go down on the other side. So he's gonna try to jump vertically up, like at a 45 to 50 degree upwards. So that way
I
the
see.
water will shunt him back down to the other side of the waterfall.
That's some good thinking.
Okay. So, rolling 4 times because I wanted it to work, he rolled a 6, 5, 4, and 2.
Jesus.
Oh, we lost Frostbeard.
As he jumps into the waterfall, instead of going across to the other side, he gets pushed underneath the water, and he disappears.
No.
I dive in to try to find Frostbeard, not into the waterfall, but into the water to see if he's caught.
Into the water where?
Because he's not on the other side, I'm guessing. Is there like a channel of water that comes out from where the waterfall is?
It does not appear that there is one. It appears that the waterfall goes into like a hole. There's like a section carved out like a square that the water is going into. That is part of the pier made out of stone.
I'm gonna start.
Oh.
So, would I be able to assume that there's an outlet on the other end of the pier, or did we see one when we come in?
Roll me a history check.
3.
Because it'll be about the history. It's trying to recall past information.
That would be a 15.
Okay. You remember seeing subtle currents from the base of the outside of the
I'm gonna.
waterfall of the pier on the far left and far right side.
I want to run out to see if I can find Frostbeard. Like, I think there's an outlet at the end of the pier.
You go to the far left side, and as you finally do that, you see that Frostbeard is laying on his back and is like hands behind his head as he's slowly pushed out the end of the little filter, the little channel that it came out of.
Does he seem okay?
He seems like he's you know how whales like can blow water out of their blowhole to breathe. He does that with his mouth.
I see. I'll go over to help him out.
Oh.
He'll accept your offering of your hand. That was surprisingly fun.
Well, I'm gonna get to try because it's the only way in. Jumping through the waterfall.
There's not. It's the only reason that there's a space behind that waterfall is due to the design of it is to allow the splashing to have a spot to go that's not necessarily directly on
People.
Yeah, on people or away from the like it's a containment reason. It spews out from there in case there's some. It dribbles onto the back area of the alcove instead of on other people or onto the pier.
Is this Frostbeard or DM talking to me?
Frostbeard.
Did you happen to see a chest or a box?
No, but I saw strong water in my eyes.
I guess it's my turn to try.
Okay.
No, let me try. I have higher strength,
Okay.
and I can, I'm gonna try and sprint up to it and do like a combat roll.
Okay.
Try and be acrobatic about it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
The biggest boss fight.
Yep.
Against the waterfall.
Should I roll on that acrobatics?
Yeah, do your acrobatics since
Or would
that's decided how you wanted to do it.
11, unfortunately. I tried really hard to pick a good skill.
Yeah, you two just like, it's okay, don't worry guys, I've got this. And you like hype yourself up, deep breath, and the moment you hit the water you disappear into the pier below you.
The thing is like I was thinking about using inspiration as well, but I just completely forgot in the moment. That's so annoying.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'd like for you to roll a perception check now.
Okay. 19.
Cool. You can tell that the area here is very claustrophobic, and there's some like filtered grates, one on the right side and there's a one on the left side that seems to have been pushed open. It's pitch dark in here. The only way you can tell is by feeling around inside, so you're using your sensory perception to try to feel the environment around you as you're still being shoved underneath the water. You're currently like 5 or 10 feet from the surface, trying to feel around. And you feel that there's a section that leads there's 3 pathways, like a T-junction. There's one that leads further behind underneath the waterfall, one that goes to the right, and one that goes to the left, which is where you gather Frostbeard was collected.
Right.
What's your Constitution modifier?
+1.
Cool. Are you taking the left path?
Yes.
Cool. You can see that after a second, there's like intentionally designed to like, there's not a lot of space. There's probably like half an inch or an inch for you to be able to breathe once you push yourself out to the surface. You come up to the top and the water is the pressure from the waterfall is actually slowly pushing you one of the directions, and you chose the left path, so it's easy to flow away from the epicenter of the waterfall's push, and you end up flowing out through this little filtered channel that seems to be carved with very thin or very smoothly carved stone yet again, and you pop out the section where you pulled out Frostbeard from.
I didn't know you could be bad at D&D, but turns out that you just can, and that's as simple as it is.
Everybody's bad at D&D, but they're also good at it too, so.
Yeah.
I'm also glad that we're mostly role playing and not doing combat because we're bad at rolling dice. Clearly, a skill and not luck.
I mean,
Well, to be
the
fair, if
first
they failed
3
their
rolls I did were so good.
if Veo failed his perception check, he'd be stuck in a dark environment without the ability to see which direction to go. And he would have felt the bottom of the grate from being too far down, and he'd feel like he was trapped in an area with 3 things and not know which direction was left, not know which direction was forward. So he would start the drowning process.
Ooh.
Great.
It all went downhill after I got blackjack, and then it's like That's it. Got blackjack in a
Congratulations.
meaningless peanut game.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
Yeah.
Once you do
Sub
obtain
9 because,
finances,
like-
by the way, we'll probably end session.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, this is Theo's whole thing. It's planning around unexpected stuff. And it's just like, yeah. I mean, I have inspiration. I think I'm just gonna try again with inspiration.
Okay. Keep in mind there's a way to ask for help, too.
Yeah, I can be a springboard for you, Miss Vale. Like,
Yeah.
I see you're doing mostly
Okay.
acrobatics.
Yeah.
I'm pretty okay at that. I'm not the strongest, but
Keep in mind there's ways to give yourself advantage, too.
Yeah. So, okay, if Gernok is helping me, then we can do. Yeah. So like following the same technique as we're trying to jump really high into the waterfall with the boost from Gernok.
Okay. So advantage plus your inspiration point. Or is
Okay.
your inspiration DM or is it? It's not, or is it bardic? It's
no,
not
it's DM.
Okay.
DM.
So the DM is an additional roll in case you fail, so it's not a point you add.
Okay, right, yeah.
I said the wrong information. I presumed it was bardic somehow.
Okay, 21 and 21.
There you go. With that, you land on the opposite side, and there's the chest that's probably up to your shins and about your body width. That seems to have some form
okay, guys.
of, like, the company's logo on the front as its lock.
Yeah. So can they hear me through the waterfall if I like shout through it?
Faintly.
Okay, guys, I'm just gonna push the chest down the waterfall, and hopefully we can see you back at the same spot. There's no way I'm getting this chest through safe.
Be careful with your
So I've gotta
decision.
push
I
the-
say to you as a DM.
Okay. Yeah, because
you
in the
remember-
chest,
you
it's not
remember-
gonna be like full of stuff.
You also remember your own. Yeah, it's not necessarily going to be super heavy. It might be able to float. It seems like it's made primarily of wood, not stone. So maybe you'll be okay. It also depends on how much pressure is being put onto a wooden container.
Okay, yeah. What I should first do is just see if I can decipher how to open it. That would be a good start. And then I could just carry the gold on my person.
Investigation or... Yeah, investigation.
20.
There you go. It appears that there is some form of arcanic stone that needs to be pressed against it for it to open.
Alright, I do it.
Where,
Oh wait, I don't need one, yeah, shit.
You need an arcanic stone to press
I
against
need a
the lock.
stone. One of the Secretarian, I assume. God. Fuck.
Everything okay, Miss Vale? Do I need to go in there?
I need your stupid stone.
Okay, I'm gonna try to run and go in there.
Great. Anything that you wanted to
Acrobatics.
add? Okay, cool. Do a straight acrobatics check. As Icarus will watch
Yeah,
from the sidelines.
Did you want any help?
Oh, that would be great.
That's the DM trying to say, hey, there's somebody there in the background
Yeah.
not doing anything, and you've chosen to go in by yourself. Just clarifying.
Mr.
Thank
Icarus.
God I didn't stay on the ship. Jesus Christ.
And Prosper's over there like, oh, I'm gonna.
Okay. I'll help you leap.
Acrobatics or
Okay,
athletics, your choice.
acrobatics.
Great.
Whoop whoop. That's a 21.
Neat.
16 plus 5.
You are able to, on your first attempt, to go through and be like, yeah, that wasn't that big of a deal.
As I'm on the other side, I'm
I
kind
heard
of
Theo's
squeezing my hair
sigh.
Yep.
to
Yeah,
get it out of my eyes.
That's a big sign.
So, Vale, what was it? What was going on?
Put the stone here. I'm done with this. Put the stone there, please.
Okay.
Her hair's
I
just
tried
like
to-
soaking, and it's just it's ruined. It's ruined an afternoon.
For sure.
When we get back, we can have some tea. And then I put the stone to it.
The stone,
Yeah.
the logo of the company turns 90 degrees to the left, and it'll open up with a little bit of a mechanical, almost artificer kind of steam hydraulic pressure sound.
Da 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 da.
Yep.
Our gold. So
You now have the
it's
gold
the
for however much time it's taken for you to get here.
yeah. So we don't get gold for 1 week because she gave us an advance for our training gold.
Right.
Yeah. So Veo, Sarah, and I are all getting 20 gold. Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't wasn't Sarah already level 3? Or is that
Yeah,
is
but
that a
she's.
mis-
I think we just all got her gold. She's able to. I think her and the DM were talking about something for
They
leveling
worked,
up
I
because of
believe,
patron.
and they earned their own money outside of the finances.
Yeah.
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 That's right. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
And the
And I'm like,
salary
okay.
was 10 a week, I believe.
Yeah, and then because the training. Oh yeah, no. So we would have um, and because so the trip was a week to get to Lancaster or Luxon, and then the week to get here. Yeah, so it'd be 20 gold each, and that would pay for the training. Yeah.
Let me provide you with actual information. I need to refresh my page, and I will provide you with I'm opening up the like travel thing here. That's a big distance. Okay, hold on. Because we went from Waterdeep, right?
Yeah. Waterdeep to Luxon by boat, and then from Luxon to Master by boat with the stops for the package delivery.
Okay. That would be. Oh, I zoomed in and it reset the entire thing. Okay. I gotta go there, there. Okay, so that would be a total of, it looks like 14 days. So 2 weeks plus the 3 days. So for now, uh, 20 gold
Yep, and that
of
pays for the
travel.
training.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we'll just have to keep track for the future for our salary.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Okay.
And you're 3 days into the next one.
Yep. So,
And your
but-
pay cycle, Icarus, will be yours and Theo's will be starting 4 days from now. You'll get 10 gold.
Okay. Yay.
There's also a little note inside the chest that says your future payments will be delivered to 10 towns.
okay.
Okay.
Communicate with us which one as we can finalize the delivery once it's there.
Sounds good. And so, they check. Those are 3. And 3 days into paycheck. No. So, I'm just typing it in my notes.
Before we end, I just want you. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter how you guys get out because you guys could just either jump out or take the little underwater slide out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd take the underwater slide out because Frostbeard said it was surprisingly fun.
Okay,
Yeah, I do the same, just following.
cool. It takes a couple seconds for you to orient yourselves underwater in the dark, but you use the direction you know that you're supposed to go as a way to make it more easy for you to figure out which way you're supposed to go to get out. And there's no checks that need
Before
to be
we
made.
go, I would yell to Theo that we're going down. We'll meet him at the end of the pier.
Okay. And all of you are safely outside with your 2 weeks of training pay now.
Right.
Or your pay that you earned over the course of travel. So.
Yeah.
Next session will be the last little bit from here to 10 towns, and then from there we are actually in a campaign now after that.
Ooh.
We're actually in a published book, so now I don't have to make anything up anymore. I can just
Very
use
nice.
the book and go from there.
Mhm.
So that would be 1 day, 19 hours of travel, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Okay. Yeah, that's where we'll start next session.
Who should you guys vote for the party's decision of a DM inspiration die? And Icarus, the way that works is it's effectively you vote on somebody and they get this 1 point that doesn't stack that can be used as effectively a reroll on anything once. You vote based off
I vote.
of roleplay and stuff.
I vote for Frostbeard. That deep sleeper needs some help.
NPCs are excluded from this opportunity.
I would personally vote for Theodore for playing the games with the party and everything while I was cooking, keeping everyone entertained while the food was getting ready.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely.
Good to know.
Okay.
And with that, session end.
Thank you for the game.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
All right. I have 3 PDFs open for my future as having 3 toolkits.
Yep.
Man, we're gonna have to start making some good, some good goulash.
Yeah, nothing saying you can't also resell the things you produce either as a form of
Yeah,
income. But they do have a hefty cost, a majority of them.
yeah. Because once I get my next level, like I'll have the healer's kit, and there's so much cool shit on the healer's kit.
Yeah.
Especially since Well, there's not really a forest. There's all the trees are gone.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, there's a medicine called drunk legs, where if someone eats it, they must make a Constitution saving throw, or they have disadvantage on all dexterity-based things. And
That'd
if
be
I
useful.
grapple someone, I can force feed them this.
There you go.
Jeez.
And if I make it as a masterwork, it's 70 gold, but it's a DC 18, so that's a pretty good DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like those tool proficiency options because they seem actually relatively balanced for the effects they produced.
Yeah,
If not more costly to the player.
yeah. So it just gives options, which I like. The only
Yeah.
downside with the having the cooking utensils, it kind of makes the chef feat kind of like nothing.
Not really,
So
because they like one of them gives you a D6 on a hit die for 10 gold, whereas the chef feat kind of does it whenever you cook something, and it doesn't necessarily
mm,
cost extra.
that's fair.
And
So
especially with
so
the
it,
chef feat, like long rest is the only way to get full healing. So that means that those hit dice are like actually useful.
you know what? I didn't really think about that because it's good when we don't have the money. Yeah,
And
and it's still a half feat too.
it's also a good if like you're traveling between places and something happens.
Yeah,
Cause you might have to travel far away from Ten Towns to like into the wilderness somewhere.
yeah. It's what's it saying here? Yeah, because a lot of this stuff too is pretty cool, where it tells you like where you can find like fresh ingredients. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff still, but
Hmm.
like the ability to just have short rest, getting an extra hit die no matter what, and then maybe stacking it
Yeah, you'd
or
be able to
something.
stack it if you did a chef
Yeah,
thing. If you took a feat
yeah, okay,
instead of a different like an ability score modifier, I'd make sure you can stack it. There's no point in limiting something that's you could have chosen something else for. We'll make it a beneficial choice.
yeah, okay. Yeah, this is really cool though. I like these. I'm gonna steal these when I run D&D again in the future.
Yeah.
I've been
I
reading
really
the
like the one.
Weaver's Tools one and like crafting disguises and stuff,
Mhm.
and also like special outfits which give you advantage based on what they're good at, like cold weather outfits giving you advantage against the cold and stuff,
Mhm.
or even like climbers ones or dancing ones. It's
Ooh.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, you're effectively a tailor, so you can create outfits
So,
to
yeah,
fit situations with that.
it's like perfect for Obviator, like
Mhm.
especially when we can take longer times in a bigger settlement, or work on stuff while sailing and whatever.
Yeah, that way you
It's
have
great.
stuff to do for downtime activities. Which
Yeah.
is the
Yeah,
reason I force the gritty realism is when you're in an environment it gives you additional options to do stuff with
yeah,
besides just skipping and be like, yeah, we took a long rest, good to go, let's go. It makes things,
That's just good.
yeah, gives your
Good
character
story, like
more,
Chekhov's gun type stuff.
exactly, it gives
And
your character more
nice setup.
development.
Mm-hmm.
So my question, because I'm looking at the herbalism kit, and this is going to be more important when I'm at my next level
Hmm.
when I get it. I'm reading that like in it that you can gather ingredients while you walk. So is it like the gold cost the cost for the recipe?
That's a good
Is that what
question.
the cost is?
It might
Yeah, because
be It might be what you're either selling it for or what you need if you're buying the materials, what you need to buy the materials for. If you're gathering the materials, maybe you don't need to do that. If you're gathering materials, perhaps it's like each gold cost is a time that you gathered materials or something
yeah,
like that.
because Yeah. Oh, I just read it because, like, for the example of herbal recipes, it says the recipe cost. So, like, oh, I can learn how to make burn soothe ointment, but uh, I could only have a minor DC for 20 GP versus getting the masterwork DC for 60 GP. But for the cook utensils, it specifies that the ingredients cost that much. Okay, so it's I see, I see.
I'm also not
Same
sure
with
how
the
much
versatile.
in the campaign financials you'll be getting. I don't really know how frequent payment is in Icewind Dale, which is why, or whatever campaigns you've done, because you guys could have been like, we're on an eastward journey, we're going to Gearnock's home, and
You're not going to get no.
I would have had to come up with a completely unique and random campaign going east.
That's a much later in life. Gearnock does not want to go home.
Good. Less work for me. I'm okay with that.
That would be like probably after an arc of gaining confidence and realizing all the stuff that my folks make fun of me for is my own strength. It's like getting that self realization arc.
Hmm.
Just keep in mind, in my head, my parents are both paladins
Yeah.
for following groups. They're not the best of people.
Well,
But
with that, I will see you all next week.
yeah, have a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.